Most cartel members are violent idiots who are too high to care. But Patricio Mendez Valle, aka El Cerebro, is an oddball genius who's too fucking smart to bother. Nydia Flores spotted his intellect when he was just a kid. She sent him to college in Mexico and later grad school in California. Word is he was too strange and misanthropic for even that crowd. But he popped up on our radar. El Cerebro heads up the cartel's submersible program out of Caimanes. From Caimanes, his semi-submersibles, sometimes carrying as much as 10 tons of cocaine, head downriver to Brazil, then to the Atlantic. From there, floating just a few feet below the surface, they can go all the way to Mexico, even as far as Florida. But smuggling with these semi-submersibles will soon be a thing of the past. He and Nydia have ambitions to make reusable, fully submersible craft. Think what a multi-billion-dollar criminal enterprise could do with a fleet of submarines. Smuggling would be just the start. If we're gonna take down these subs, we need El Cerebro and his jagged-ass brain intact and cooperative. Just remember, he's Nydia's pet project. She won't give him up easy.
Okay, we're still good.
We spotted one with submachine guns.
Think we're all clear now.
Looks like we found the cartel's primary base in Caimanes. A lot of activity around that warehouse in the middle.
Could be big enough for El Cerebro to use as a research lab.
Maybe. Let's take a closer look. Let's keep our heads down and see if we can get into the central warehouse undetected. I want to find out what El Cerebro's working on. Let's move.
The lieutenant's on the run. We poked the hornet's nest.
Drone is airborne. The drone's fucked up. They're jamming us. Easy. Camina.
Heads up, not inside the warehouse.
Talk, motherfucker.
I ain't no snitch, but I'll tell you this one thing.
I got a target carrying submachine guns.
I got eyes on a bunch of Sicarios.
I don't see him.
Over by the fuel drum.
We've got a location on a warehouse where El Cerebro does most of his high-end design work. Sweep the building, grab any useful intel you can carry, and torch the rest.
The ammo's primed. Fucking beautiful. Let's gather some info Ricky Tick. See if we can't grab something that tells us what El Cerebro was working on. We've got the intel we need on El Cerebro's research. We took out his prototype. Project's foobarred for sure.
Unidad bird on patrol. Watch out. I've got cartel Sicarios incoming.
Shots fired. Unidad's engaging the cartel.
Acabamos de enviar.
Here we go. This map's got locations for cartel subs anchored along the river. If we move fast, we can take them out before they head out on another smuggling run.
Enemiga detectada. Actualizando posición ahora mismo.
Bowman, I've got eyes on a small armored boat anchored near a cartel outpost.
That outpost is the logistics base for the cartel's submarine program. The activity caught wind of a boat carrying electronics for El Cerebro's new design. Can you get to it?
Yeah, we can get on board. You want us to sink it?
Hell no. I want you to steal it. That tub's a techie gold mine.
We're on it.
There's an armored boat docked outside Santa Blanca's base at Caimanes. It's loaded with high-tech electronics for El Cerebro's research projects. We're gonna grab the boat and turn the cargo over to a CIA team for analysis.
Drone is airborne. It's 15 hombres. Listen up. We steal the boat and we take it to the RP so Bowman's people can give it the once-over.
Sure they won't let us play with it first.
We're at 15. Let's get out of here.
Where we dropping off the boat?
Bowman has an RP on the river. It's some kind of old Cayman hunter's shack. This ride ain't all bad.
Shit, give me a beer and I'll pretend we're back home off the coast of Myrtle Beach.
You still think you're 22 or something?
Nah, I'm just looking to hook up with 22-year-olds.
I'm sure you are. Too bad none of them feel the same way.
Looks like we've riled them up.
I'll let Bowman know she can have her crew pick up the boat.
After the agency's techs examine that prize, they ought to have a good feel for the rest of El Cerebro's designs.
The cartel has a flotilla of submarines they're using to smuggle coke into Florida. Find the subs and sink them.
I got the C4 primed. Yo, rally up.
Roger, moving.
Sniper, down, down!
Shot down the helo. Kill confirmed.
Demo is primed and in place. clear the fuck out of here.
These drug subs are really heading east.
Unless they can climb mountains. I'm guessing a lot of this polvo is heading to Brazil anyway. Santa Blanca has people in Sao Paulo and Rio. Subs just head down the Amazon and turn right once they get to the Atlantic.
Just seems so far.
Yeah, but if you think about how many of these drug subs go all the way to Mexico, or how many cross the Atlantic to Europe, a couple more weeks on a river ain't that bad.
Unidad Bird approaching. Stay down.
Eyes on a drug sub. This must be Cerebro's luxury model. We're clear. The demo's primed. Destroyed. Don't get slack with that security. All subs destroyed. Objective complete.
Only way Cerebro's gonna get that coke to Florida is with a fucking rowboat.
Good work in Caimanes. Taking out the cartel subs has cut shipments to Florida by more than a third.
And the gear we intercepted and that intel we found on El Cerebro's prototype?
First impressions are that El Cerebro is in the process of building a sub with serious legs. We're talking about a boat that could reach as far as Europe and do so completely undetected.
Damn, that ain't good.
You ready for the good news? We've got an ID on El Cerebro. The intel you brought in helped us connect the dots. I'll send you everything I've got in a minute.
Outstanding. We got a location on our mad scientist?
Negative. His OPSEC is damn good. Multiple safe houses. Never stops at the same place twice in a row, the whole nine. But he's got an assistant that does most of the grunt work. He spends enough time on his phone that we've been able to triangulate his location.
So we follow the assistant and see if he leads us to El Cerebro.
You got it. Stand by for the data. We've got a location on El Cerebro's chief assistant. He could be our best chance to get our hands on the mad scientist himself. Get to the assistant and extract El Cerebro.
Drone is airborne. I've got eyes on the assistant. Keep your distance and sure as shit keep him alive. We need to tail him to El Cerebro. Let's go. This is the place. If El Cerebro is in there, snatch and grab. We want him alive, got it?
Tangos are marked. Standing by.
Target acquired.
Copy. Target marked.
Ready to fire. I'm opening fire on these shitheads. Down.
Fucking hell! Gotcha.
My apologies. I think you can see why I might allow myself to be excited, though. This is a disturbing development. Disturbing development.
Don't blame you at all.
I mean, you don't look like the sort who would work for Santa Blanca, which means you're likely with the American government, which implies I'm in for an extended disruption on my plans.
You'll adjust.
I don't have to adjust. I plotted all this out already. Weeks ago, in fact. Maybe months. I just need to activate contingency plan Alpha Set 984.
Which is?
Going along with whatever you fine people want me to do, of course. At least for now. It maximizes my chances of survival while I figure out which one of my escape plans might still be viable.
I think we're gonna get along just fine.
¡Ya está! Traigo las armas.
Lydia will come looking for me, you know? You know? She always keeps tabs on me, even when she thinks she's ignoring me. I really ought to go back, or she'll worry. I could fire myself out of the back hatch.
I prefer you didn't.
But I've almost cracked this. You know how cold it is underwater? The issue of chemical binding? Not an issue. It ought to be easy to find monoethanolamine in Bolivia, right? It's just an issue of scale. Can I call Nidia Flores? She's probably busy, but she won't mind. She knows me. We're close. What am I talking? Scrubbing? No. I mean, scrubbing needs 2 compartments. Wouldn't leave room for any people.
That's so?
I want suspects for a Colombian submersible that just had a breathing tube sticking out of the surface of the water. Imagine the heat signature. Probably best I don't call Nidia till I have a real solution. Did I mention I know her? Do you know her?
Haven't yet had the pleasure.
Wait a minute. Unmanned submersible. What's the solution? Why do we even bother putting people in the sub?
No idea, pal. We're at the rally point. I'll take him from here.
Thank you, baby Jesus. I'm sick of listening to this guy.
Now you know how we feel every time you open your mouth.
¡Está bien!
Ma'am, Nidia will be looking for me.
Good, because we're looking for her.
They say you've got a good brain between those ears, camarada. Now that you're up Schitt's Creek without a submersible, you may have figured out that you need me to help you, and I will, once you help me.
Forgive me for asking, but what do you think this is? Compelling? Dramatic? The rocks here have been around for centuries, long before you were a gamete in your father's testicle. And they'll be around long after you've gone back to the dust. Do you understand? These rocks have more significance in the universe than you do. Than your high and your hypocritical war on rocks. Are you taking me to Nidia, or are we waiting for her?
Do you not understand that I will lock you up in prison, where tattooed neo-Nazis will use you as a human pincushion for their dicks?
The problem is that you still think that anything matters. Anal rape, cocaine, murder, it's all nonsense. Do you think the jaguars waste any concern on how they feel? Or that the rabbits they eat contemplate the name of God? Meanwhile, you're still lying to yourself, convincing yourself that you make a difference.
So nothing matters to you, El Cerebro.
El Cerebro? I am not El Cerebro. El Cerebro slipped through your fingers before you even knew he was there. He is quite simply gone, as though he never existed.
What do you mean we got the wrong guy?
Looks like El Cerebro planted most of the intel we followed. He led us on a wild goose chase while he bugged out.
Then who the fuck is Bowman talking to?
El Cerebro's top submersible designer. A sacrificial lamb, basically.
Damn, that's some next level supervillain shit right there.
Either way, we put the cartel's submarine fleet out of business. Could take years to get that program running again.
And El Cerebro?
The trail's cold for now. Bowman will keep her ear to the ground in case he resurfaces, but we're moving on.